All right, y'all, I'm really hoping this footage turns out all right. Hoping the sound comes through. We're not gonna be sending it or anything because the road is covered in pine needles and leaves and everything is wet, but hopefully you guys get a chance to hear it. And I'm honestly not gonna talk all that much because as you can hear right now, I'm kind of already having to yell, but hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of a taste of the sound and the experience and the way the revs drop between shifts with how incredibly light the flywheel is. And let's go ahead and let's go for a drive. So ridiculous, guys. Like, when you get into the throttle, it's so angry. It's so angry, you guys. I cannot relay video, I don't think, because it's just so ridiculous. And I think combined with everything else, I gotta turn the defroster on, but everything else that's already been done to this car, it makes it so nuts. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Turned out this entire engine and flywheel and clutch combination. Like, listen to those downshifts. They're just nuts. In like all of the best ways. It's so wild and so ridiculous, and I cannot get over it. I just, the fact that this car went from what it was before, a little bit of wheel spin there, went from what it was before to what it is now is just so incredible. I'm at a bit of a loss for words right now. Jeez. And I can't wait to finally get this thing back to the track where it belongs. And I also hope that the microphone isn't like destroying the audio right now, because it's so loud. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys can barely hear me right now. But still, listen to that. It's so ridiculous. Oh my God. switches are so easy. With a flywheel that light, you only have to touch the gas that much. Literally, you only have to touch the gas that much. And the wild thing is, like, so I'm in like third gear right now, right? At like 3,500 RPM. Actually like 3,200 now. Plant my foot. We're actually going somewhere. We're actually moving. And that was not something that you had in the stock engine at all. I mean, that's been always one of the biggest criticisms of the S2000 is that they make no torque. Well, this one might not make V8 torque, but it makes something. It makes something in the resemblance of torque. And you know what? Something is better than the torque it had before. I'll tell you that. Just listen to it. It sounds so good. And the gears, you can stay in third for so long. You can do so much with third gear. And then when you go down to second, you get the joy of hearing that blip when you hit the throttle to rev match it. It's so good. Oh. Jeez. The way it just lets you rip off those downshifts. Because it really, just the slightest touch. And boom, it's over. You know what I mean? It is absolutely wild. I love it so much, and I couldn't be happier with where this near 2-year process has come to. And that means that finally we can focus on, went to fifth instead of third, nice job. We can finally focus on getting this car to where it needs to be outside of just the engine. We can focus on the exterior. We can focus on the fact that, I mean, yeah, there are scuffs, dents, scratches on this car, but it was down for almost 2 years. And you know what? I'm okay with there being some scuffs and some dents and some scratches, because you know what? It gives this car the personality that it has always had to me. And I know there's a lot of people that are gonna be like, well, why do you have the ugly bodywork? Why do the wheels look like they've been beat up? Why is the finish, you know, on the wheels look like crap? Because I use the thing. This car is never, it has never been a car that I have wanted to sell. This has always been a car that I know that I will keep. And this has always been a car that I've known that I'm going to keep. And you know what? It's got a process. And if the exterior has to look kind of crappy for a while we handle the engine and the suspension and everything underneath, so be it. But you know what? We're finally at the point now to where the engine is done. The engine setup is complete, fully built. And if we want to boost this car, if we want to supercharge this car, it's ready for that. If we want to throw a supercharger on it, it's already got the built engine to support it. It's already got the internals to support north of 600 horsepower. Would we go that far? No. But I would probably go to like around the 400 range if I did end up going the boost route. But the point is, I am so incredibly freaking happy with where this car is right now. You know, like flaking paint or not, chipped paint or not, you know, like peeling wheel finish or not. And you know, I mean, I've talked to some people that are like, oh my God, you know, how could you do that to a set of Advans? And I'm like, these Advans have lived on a car that has gone, oh God, we are in the tunnel now, or in a tunnel. But yeah, these Advans have lived on a car that has been basically nothing but beat on at the track and just driven hard. And you know what? That's why I went with an Advan, not so I could preserve the finish on it, not so I could, you know, just sit around and look at it, but so I could use them. And I guess that's what these things are meant to be used for. They're meant to be used. And you know, I feel like it's a waste if you're not going to use them. And I build cars to use them for what they were meant to be used for. And in my mind, that's to be driven, you know, on the track, on road trips, on mountain roads, whatever it is that you build your cars for. I'm gonna get off my soapbox now, but basically, long story short, I absolutely adore this car. It means so freaking much to me. I can't even begin to like describe to you guys how much this car means to me. And the fact that it's here and it's back and the engine is in a place where, back in the tunnel again, or in a tunnel. Figured I'd give you guys that while we were in the tunnel. But no, now that the engine is back in a place where it is rock solid and ready to go, I cannot wait to show you guys where we go with this car next. But without any further ado, that is where we are going to finish this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out, guys.